There's an interesting article in the Tribune today about the massive polarizing divide between current members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and ex-Mormons. The author compares it to the Hatfields and McCoys, the North and the South, Democrats and Republicans, and just really highlights the huge schism and the hatred on both sides. They then quote a scholar who says it's like a divorce. And I disagree with that 100%. It is not like a divorce. Here's what I relate it to. When I was a kid growing up, we had a creepy grandpa in the family who essayed a bunch of the kids. He wasn't my grandpa. He was the other grandpa of some of my cousins. And I'll tell you what, when one of the first little cousins spilled the tea about what this man had done to her, he blew up like a maniac and fought back in vicious ways. He was an abuser. He was a monster. And secrecy had let him abuse and also live a happy, free life. That all stopped once he was exposed. We've seen this with other people. Bill Cosby, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, O.J. Simpson. There's so many people that I could name. The list could go on and on forever. Once somebody who has harmed other people is busted and the people that they've harmed start to speak out about what happened, then they tend to immediately slip into Darvo. I was a member of the Mormon Church for 44 years. It is a toxic organization that destroyed my life from the time I was a toddler. When I left the church, I did not leave the church alone. Here I am, doing what I do out here, raising awareness so that the people who are still inside the organization can get the help that they need to protect them, so that what happened to me doesn't happen to anybody else. And when current members of the church and current leaders of the church hear some of the things that I say, they immediately go into Darvo, deny, attack, and then scream as loud as they can, "Jenny's hurting me. Look what she's doing to me." This persecution complex snaps into gear immediately, and all of a sudden, I'm the perpetrator. This is not a divorce. This is not two people who've broken up and they just don't get along anymore. This is thousands and thousands of victims of Mormonism who are speaking our truth, and that riles up the people who were complicit or active in the harm and abuse against people like myself. You have to pay attention to that. I think my partner said it best one day. He's Lutheran, and he's a really nice synod of Lutherans where they're just kind, loving people trying to do good in the world. I've observed zero toxicity out of his religion. He has friends who've become atheists and left the Lutheran church. And here's what Kev said one day. He said, "There's no such thing as #ex-Luth. There doesn't need to be. The Lutheran church isn't crushing people's souls and destroying lives." I have people who I love who are no longer alive because of the Mormon church, and I was almost one of them. Pay attention, people.